Alrighty, it is time for another typing video. First up we got whoever this is. Apparently it is a woman. Oh, is this some Marvel movie stuff?
I miss you so much. And maybe so. Oh no.
And it felt, it was real emotions, you know, when you watch the movie, it was not acting.
You know, Drex and Mantis are my favorite characters. I think it's the many people's favorite characters. So when you're
In a Marvel movie, in the James Gunn movie, in Kevin Bacon, and I don't know, I don't even know like any other Marvel character that exists. I'm not really that good with the comic book stuff.
you once mentioned you wanted to play Storm.
Oh no, I didn't want to play her. I loved watching her. So when I saw Storm, when I saw Halle Berry like back then, I was like, oh, I would love to play a character like that. But I never wanted to take over Storm. You know, she was amazing.
ESTP?
It's to create a perfect society.
ESTP? I don't know. Let's see if there's another one. That's like a really bad interview.
Yeah, it's a Korean type of rice that they'll have specific.
Nope. Can I just get an interview that's like two people talking?
The footage was incredibly emotional. You've been with them for 2 movies. Mantis has died and come back in the Infinity War and Endgame movies. How much emotion is going into Guardians Volume 3? And where do you hope we get to see Mantis go?
Oh my god, it was like so emotional to shoot that movie because, you know, like in some ways at the end of an era, I mean, James like talks about it. It felt so special because we care so deeply about the story and the characters, you know, and I got to show different sides of Mantis, you know, more strength and more like being more loud and unapologetic and all these things, and also do some action, you know, which was really cool.
Okay. Mary popping dick in your mouth. Why is she so old? Who is this? I don't know if a presentation is a good way to look at someone.
Has had huge amounts of impact on the mindset of how people think about management in our companies. Now let's go back, because I told you I got a little out of order here, to this concept of minds or mindset.
With these old ladies, it's hard for me to tell if they're an introvert or an extrovert.
Kahneman, excuse me. Kahneman, yeah, Daniel Kahneman is a Nobel laureate, and he's done a lot of research.
This is like early stage Alzheimer's.
Research on these simplifying economic assumptions, and proven with his research that actually they should be questioned. But he wrote a book called Thinking Fast and Slow just recently, and that book sort of summarizes the idea that we have 2 kinds of minds, 2 ways of looking at things. Everybody does. We have what he calls System 1 and System 2 minds. And if you take all the literature of people saying, well,
hi there. So, your reactions to the conference. I know you travel a lot. You've been to many wonderful conferences across the world. Agile India, perhaps the first time. So, your reactions to the conference. How was it for you?
It was great. Really enjoyed it. Lots of very interesting people to talk to. Tons of really impressive questions from people, and it was great.
The best part of any conference is always conversations with people between sessions or maybe instead of sessions. And
you've been many wonderful conferences. So, your
lots of very interesting people to talk to. Tons of
pointed in the quality of conversations.
Anything, if at all, we have to improve something coming around next year. Is there anything, one item things can improve?
Nothing's jumping into my head.
Venue, food.
Oh, well, okay, I am not a fan of Indian food, but you're not going to change that. That's definitely hard to change.
It's very nice to have a good Italian restaurant in a hotel.
Perhaps we can look for that.
Yeah. Everybody in my workshop was in a product company as opposed to IT
I'm old and I don't like Indian food.
services company. There's an awful lot of opportunity for people in India to get involved.
One of the big consultancies.
Is structured in terms of in IT services.
I'm gonna go with ENFP.
We don't necessarily cater to the skill upgradation as rapidly.
She might be... There's this thing that INTPs do where they're so socially inept that they start to look extroverted. I wonder if that's what she's got going on, because she's obviously very intellectual. So if she's not an ENFP, she's probably just an autistic woman INTP. Doug Polk. I don't know who any of these people are. Another poker guy.
The Empire Strike Back, the true evil empire. All right, I think we're here, and I think we are live. Chat, let us know. Legion 2023, lock in, first live stream of the year, and we're on location down here at the beautiful brand new studio here at the Lodge Card Club down in Dallas, Texas. I'm sorry, Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas, Round Rock, Texas. You know, I'm getting it down, but
ooh, this could be the worst intro I've ever seen in a Joy video. He's getting derailed, he's a little nervous. Are you ready then? Yeah,
joining me today is a man that needs no introduction. I'm going to give him an introduction anyway. Debatably one of the best set-up known players of all time, and debatably one of the top poker content creators of all time. Debatably.
Sounds very debatable. I know lots of better players that I've actually heard of.
One of the most controversial poker content creators of all time, and listen to Babe building one of the best poker rooms down here in the great state of Texas. Just had the birth of his great first son, Otis. Just finished up a prop bet in some of the best shape of his life.
Yeah,
so as a player who is aspiring to play high stakes and potentially win a lot of money, it seems like the current landscape of that is maybe better than it's been in a very long time.
Oh my god!
I don't get to play those games.
Let the guy talk.
For sure. It just kind of stuck to lose. But you know, the big thing is I need somebody to push me through. I found I was kind of stalled out, and I need to push through. And I also need to learn. And one of the things that over the last years, I've just learned so many tactics that go into losing weight and dropping fat and being in better shape. And I've learned so much now that I feel like now that the profit is over, I still have all this sort of infrastructure the way of my life that I can take and move forward. Some happiness that I don't think it's great. Yeah.
ISTP or ISTJ? I'm gonna say ISTP. Tyson Fury. Why does this sound like a Logan Paul kind of name? Is he an MMA guy?
Hello there, I'm Mauro Ranello,
Hello
and I'm
there.
about to engage in the...
Andy,
What was life like for you growing up?
life was, I just had a pretty regular growing up, you know.
Is this the guy that's super depressed a lot of the time? I think I've heard of him before.
I wasn't a confident character what you see today. I was a very shy, reserved, skinny little wicked kid. And I had no confidence, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I was going to be a heavyweight champion from the day I could ever think of anything but...
Okay, so if personality doesn't change, he should still be that on the inside, right? What did he say? Shy, not confident
I knew
kid?
something was wrong with me my whole life. Growing up as a child, I feel a loneliness even when I was with other people. I felt like, have you ever been left behind somewhere when everyone else is going somewhere and you're left? That's how I feel on a regular basis, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand it.
What was
Is he an INFP fighter? That would be nuts.
life like for you growing up?
Life was, I just had a pretty regular growing up, you know. I wasn't a confident character what you see today. I was a very shy, reserved, skinny little wicked kid. And I had no confidence, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I was going to be a heavyweight champion from the day I could ever think of anything but boxing, and that was my ultimate goal. I knew that was never going to be moved, but I didn't know I was going to get there. Well, yeah, growing up I had no confidence. I wasn't given any confidence. I was always told that I couldn't do stuff, and I'd never do anything, I'd never achieve anything, so that made me worse, basically. I suppose when you get a bit older, you grow up and you meet more people, you experience different things. And then I went down the path of becoming a boxer.
And as we mentioned, you...
After the fight in press conference, I was totally depressed. Someone asked me, one of my strong listening guys is here actually, Christian. He said, what are you going to do after the fight? I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be deeply depressed for a long time.
Why did you say that?
Because I knew it was coming. I couldn't stop it, and I was on the verge of dropping off the other side. Every high, there's got to be an even high, a lower low. I believe every achievement that I do in life is going to be a...
Can you imagine this guy talking to Andrew Tate about depression?
I have two very different lives. I have Tyson Fury, who I was born, and then I have the Gypsy King. I couldn't tell them apart.
This week on High Performance, see a new side to the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
I'd always set myself to be heavyweight champion of the world. There was a lot of trauma and shit that went on. This is not going to sink in because I've got Twitch jokes about my...
Oh god, I think I have to say he's an INFJ because I don't think a boxer could be an INFP. So he's got to be an INFJ, right? Okay, what the hell is a DRAM doll? Dream doll? And you spelled this wrong? Interview? I'm going to assume it's Dream doll. Is that just her name? It's just Dream doll? Oh, this one's going to be good.
So some people out there that know my songs. There's some people out there that didn't know my music, but...
You don't know me.
So some people out there that knew my songs. There was some people out there that didn't know my music, but I made sure that everybody walked out that concert knowing who the fuck Dream Doll was. I just wanted to know, like, why do we have so much in common?
I can't see through the cultural aspects to get to the personality. There's just such a mask.
It's like, whether it's a male or a female, I just
personality.
feel so connected.
She's just a person from the hood, and that's her whole personality.
Like football, I love hopping gates. I love playing manhunt, ding dong ditch. Wasn't worried about makeup. Probably was worried about boys, but wasn't really doing nothing. I think we just liked the title, having a boyfriend, having a girlfriend. But I was just worried. I just loved being around my friends. And I grew up in the project, so it's like a community. Everybody know each other's mom. Everybody know each other's family. And so I'm the oldest of 2 boys, 2 girls. I'm number 5.
Is he famous?
Yeah.
Okay, what's his line of work?
I can't. That's too obvious.
How? There's so many rappers and producers.
I might have spent the block. You never know.
I need everything. Who in the what in the where I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying. I like.
Okay, the back is okay.
It's given very much. Peekaboo, peekaboo.
Peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. So if you're...
These are just like not even people.
That really was a good question.
Yeah, I studied this shit.
Right, I was just speaking about good interviewers, and I was like, when people interview me, they actually
And now her tone is totally different than the first two.
ask
What?
me questions about myself, about my music, but about myself.
Yeah. Don't ask me
How much you did for this
questions.
thing? How much you did that? Like, no, I'm talking about like, you know this because you...
I don't know. Let's just go with ISTJ. Winona Ryder. She's got to be an INTP, right? Without even looking. Oh, especially with that short hair.
Stranger Things is a show.
Let's go with the younger one first.
Yeah, you got to put that little Winona.
Oh,
it's very pretty.
You.
Do you have other? I mean, I have
too much personality to be an INFP.
A freakish name, and I was the only one in my family to have. You know, everyone else had names like Bob, Jeff, Jim, and then Conan. You know. Did you? Do your siblings have normal names, pretty much?
Well, I have 2 brothers and a sister. My brothers' names are Yuri, which he was named after the first Russian astronaut.
Right.
And Jubal.
Jubal?
Jubal. He's my
Is he a hillbilly?
Yeah.
Your family like a hard time, or did they have unusual names too?
Well, growing up, the way we grew up, most of my friends had pretty weird names too. There was, let's see, the crowd we ran with when I was a little kid was like Tatanka, Gulliver, Ooby Dooby.
Were these friends real?
And then when I started skateboarding. I mean, and then
And then it's a great show, and you understand why everybody's force feeding it on you. But I said, please call Winona Ryder and ask her if she will be on our show. So thank you for coming. Did it hit you all at once like that? The sudden and intense popularity of the show?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was definitely overwhelming. I have a pretty good system. I'm not on the internet that much, but my parents are, and they.
Oh, you're not on the internet? What are you? What is the purpose of your life, dude?
They forward me the good stuff, and they've always sort of been like that. And it's like, oh, you know, Winona Ryder gave a nice performance in this, but with this, it was like, it was different.
They're your buffers. They're your filters.
Yes,
that is
yes.
nice. Yeah.
But it's been incredible. It's been an amazing, overwhelming.
It must be much bigger than you imagined that it would be when you signed on to do the show.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. You have Netflix yourself?
And the day that the show was coming out, I got an email from them saying the price was going up to $12.99.
Oh yeah, I got that.
And it was like there was an ad for the show with my face, and it was like, but you have to get from $7.99 to.
What a treat that is. So this really, though, is the perfect show for somebody who's not that interested in the internet and going out and doing that sort of thing, because it's set in 1983. It's about a group of kids, and they have rabbit ears on their TVs and walkie-talkies, and they ride those in the old days.
Yeah, I had one.
But it seems silly to ask if it was a fun show to shoot, but you are shooting with a bunch of kids, but you really are like crying and upset almost the whole series. It's
Yeah. I pretty much the first 5 out of the 8 episodes, I'm pretty hysterical, as I think any parent would be.
For sure, yes.
In those circumstances.
For sure.
I can't tell if she's into it or not. Let's just say INFJ. I don't know. I don't like her, so let's say ISFJ. Is that a thing? That's gotta be a thing. Okay.
Hi guys, what's up? Thank you so much for watching Mostly Sane. I'm Prajakta. Welcome back to another very special Real Talk Tuesday video. Now I'm not going to theater करती थी, उसके बारे में बताती थी. तो एक बार जब आप साथ में थे.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be racist for me to ask if this was in English or not.
Tell you a story. So आप लिमय सर से मराठी सीख रहे थे? हाँ. So लिमय सर मेरी बिल्डिंग में रहते थे on the first floor. और मैं 6th फ्लोर पे रहती थी. उनका घर was like a museum.
Correct.
क्योंकि मैं उनकी बेटी के साथ चिल करती थी, तो कई बार मैं उनके घर जाती थी जब. I used to see.
I can have this? This is actually the cave that he wore. How did you find it? Wow. It's been a while since I've seen this. Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I got to slow this one down.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Hi, Amir.
Hello.
Welcome to IMDb.
Hi.
Are you ready for the best interview ever? We have a few surprises in store for you.
Okay.
Before we start, pick one.
He's like so on edge, like ready to answer as soon as the question.
Lal Singh Chadda's Golgappas or the wedding thali from Three Idiots?
Wedding thali from Three Idiots was loaded. No, I'll have Golgappas. Oh. I can have this?
Yes, it's for you. So Amir, what's the story behind it?
Well, it's just a reference that his mother makes, which he remembers. So a lot of things that his mother says in the film to the character producer, and often writers and directors would come to pitch stories to my dad. From the age of 6, I think I used to sit in the corner and just listen to the stories because I just loved listening to stories. And at that time, I had no idea that I would eventually end up in the films one day. I could have done. And I feel like trying to improve. Well, so this is the design of the bats that the Lagan team used, and Nitin Desai had made these bats, and they are actually one piece. It's a single piece, so there's no absorption of shock. So when you hit the ball, you get a bit of a zing in your elbows. Fact is that I remember thinking that if I can become like 10% like him, then I'll be such a better person.
EN. What's it gonna be? ENFJ. Sure. Dustin Bates. I didn't realize there is a Dustin that I've never heard of before.
Starset, what's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Going good, man. Just letting you guys get sound checked. Sounding amazing.
Yeah,
but
Dustin.
this, if anybody has seen Starset, this is a different kind of look and sound. Last time I saw you guys, we got spaceships, we got fog machines. How did the idea to come up with an all-acoustic experience come about?
Well, the acoustic side of it happened a long time ago. We're a cinematic rock band, so there's always been strings and orchestrations and also a focus on melody and lyrics in the songs. And that combined with the movie aspect makes it
What type is Chester Bennington? This guy's going to kill himself in the next 10 years.
actually possible to reimagine it acoustically.
There's like, there's him, there's the guy from Audio Slave or something, and there's some other guy. They're all the same type and they all kill themselves. And there's a MBTI type that kills themselves, and I just don't know which one it is.
In a different way, and I think it works really well. As for this tour itself, we booked the November tour, and sometime around April we realized there might be a window to sort of come out earlier than that, knock the cobwebs off, play for just 100 people every night, super intimate, play a set of acoustic
an INTP, is he?
Stuff, and then meet everybody, hang out with all of the fans, and it's been a couple
Maybe
years now,
he's
so
an
a good way to get
INFP.
things going again.
So you said cinematic rock band. That's I was looking for the word earlier
ISFP.
today. I couldn't think of the because you guys have novels, you have movies, the videos. Feedback, or were you actually having a chance to get together a little bit?
Well, I tend to, it's sort of a lab. It's always been a lab. Just sort of, I go to a new place with a producer oftentimes. The last one was self-produced, but the second record was done in Maine. The first one, them larger than that. We will always continue to try to make them even more immersive. So this is the one time, and even online, you don't see posts from us where it's very much our thing.
And nine's the German word for no. Give me something you wish was no more. Trolls, people that bad drivers.
COVID.
People, okay,
That's easy. I know that's cliche, but God, it's annoying. Right here,
It's
like,
creeping back up.
yeah. And then the way it politicizes people and the way.
That's interesting. He doesn't say how COVID makes him feel. He just says it's annoying. I think I'm going to go with ISFP. I don't know if that's the suicide type or not.
Oh, it's so divisive.
And it shouldn't be.
All right, number 8. When you die, what's your last meal? Last thing you ate when you go out? Now you could mix and match. You could go restaurant. You know,
Hopefully it's like pureed beans because I'm 90.
Is that
I hope it's something pureed because I'm like 110.
Okay. Pureed what? At least give us a good.
Can you eat pureed pizza? I guess
You
you
can
know.
pureed whatever. It's your
Maybe
deal.
ice cream. You can still eat that if you're 100.
Ice cream.
Luke Tate. Is this like Andrew Tate's third brother that I've never heard of before? Or did he rename himself?
Home Alone. It's all being
He's got the voice.
remodeled, so there's actually nothing here. Hand still destroyed. This is gonna be the best Take Confidential episode ever. We're gonna hang out
How do they all have this voice?
the whole time, me and you guys. This is my hand. It shouldn't be this way, but I have a feeling all the blood and stuff is going to make it extra powerful. Just wait, it's an evolution process of becoming iron. True Take Confidential watchers will know why my pinkies are fucked up, so you can ignore that. Yep.
That was smart.
God damn it. How bad is it? Where is it?
Oh my god.
Stitches.
I think you might need the fucking bone rebroken.
Because of the remodeling, it is super hot in here, and the ACs don't work. Luckily, I have water.
Imagine having like $100 million house and the air conditioning doesn't work.
Much better than booze. This would be a no booze episode. Zero booze. You guys more. I know I talked to you guys enough. I'm still here. Same spot. Day 2. Yesterday I did actually go out with the Wolverine guy. Sorry, that's confidential.
Yes.
But yeah, hand
J.
still looks stupid. I kind of understand baby hands now. This is a baby's hand, but I think it's starting to heal slowly but surely. Day 2.
I admire longevity in this business. And in a way, you got to find your niche. That's the signature show.
Yeah.
You guys had no idea. It wasn't like you set out to do a DNA show. But when you sit and break the news to some guy that whether he is the father or isn't the father, you can go back to that well over and over and over again.
It's also the women, because sometimes they're naming these guys,
Oh, and by the way,
they never are the father.
The biggest reaction is when they're not the father.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I did one smart thing unknowingly. In the beginning, in the first DNA show, when the producer is briefing you about the story and you've read all about the story, and then they say, and the result is, and I say, you know,
ESTJ?
I don't want to know the result. I don't want to know anything the guest doesn't know, the live audience doesn't know, the viewers at home. I don't want to know any, because I'd skew the questions because I knew something more.
You want to find out at the same time.
When I open up that envelope, I'm with everybody else.
Wow.
Do you think if the original way the show had been pitched to you, if they said, Maury, we want the Maury show to be a DNA show,
I'd say,
you
got the wrong guy.
Yeah. What happened?
So that was all DNA.
It's the same thing as you all.
All
People
lie
try to
detector,
copy you.
yeah.
It doesn't work.
So what is it? Do you think it's your presence? You have a certain credibility with the audience?
I think that.
I'm going to go with ESTJ. Done.